Welcome back to Fangasm. I'm Danny.
I'm Allie.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is part 4, the last episode recorded in the correct order. We finally did it, of our fast food series. And we are so excited to find out what happens to our deep fried lovers.
This is like a 4-piece chicken nugget that leaves you wanting more, because 4, that's not really enough. So we're hoping that the series will continue to go on. But for now, this is the final part of what has been written about all of the fast food characters hooking up.
And I guess this would be our 29th season, technically, because we're going to turn this, with what was once a quickie, into a season.
Oh my gosh.
So 29.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
crazy.
a lot. We're going to be in our 30s soon. Wow.
That's when things start to really get
30
good.
and flirty for the year 2026.
2026. And go for it, Dan.
Before we get going, we are recording these from our recap. But before we get into it, I do have a fun update for you guys, which I think may or may not happen when this already comes out. But we just read this last episode on Valentine's Day. Guess what we are doing for Valentine's Day? You can't guess. We're going to Las Vegas to see Hilary Duff at the Venetian.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
In a 250-person small cabaret venue. So by the time this comes out, we may all be living together, is the only thing that I could imagine happening. So get excited.
Do you plan to introduce, is there any feasible way that you can intro yourself? Hey, remember us?
I think Marco's going to send a message just to be like, we're here, only because it's such a small venue. There's 250 people and it's all seated and tabled. So she's going to walk around. But
why is she having such a small little thing? What's the occasion?
She's got new music coming out. So I don't know if you've heard. And
yeah, I did listen.
The
new single, Roommates. What do we think? Haven't heard.
Wait, so I remember we all text about
There's
it.
a newer single. There's a newer single.
I don't know that one. That's why when you said that, I was like, I don't.
There's a new single that just came out called Roommates. And she gets a little sexy in it. So check it out.
Really?
Which is, this new album coming out. And so we're seeing her she released a 3-show tour that each of the venues was 2,500 people. And when we went to go get tickets, we were number 350,000 in the queue. Crazy. We were never going to get tickets. So then this show came out, and the only way to buy tickets was in tables. So we bought an 8-person table, and we were able to round it out with our friends. We were able to convince people. So the other option was that me and Marco were going to sit alone at this booth for 8 people and just stare and definitely cause attention. So anyway, figured this group of listeners and you two would appreciate that we've got big Valentine's Day plans. So stay tuned.
I love it.
This is what dreams are made of. I was trying to be like, this is what creams are made of to make it more fast food. Did anybody have a dream? Does any of these restaurants have a menu item with dream in it?
Dreamsicle, like a dreamsicle, a dream.
Yeah, dream, cream, scream, ice dream. Anyway, we'll work on it. It'll come up.
I think Chick-fil-A has an ice dream. But not any of these characters yet.
Can we work in some other titles of songs? So Yesterday, what else did she sing?
Come clean standards.
Come clean.
Come clean, health and violation. Goat. So anyway, should we jump into the story?
Yes, let's do it.
We should. Danny, do you have the ability to do a blowdown on what happened in part 3?
Yes.
Episode 3 of this.
So episode 3 did a quick scan of what we covered in episode 3. And Ronald wakes up and is sensing something is up between Jack and Arby. He's questioning their friendship and thinking, well, if we're lovers, what is their deal? So he marches down to Arby's and says, what's going on? And the Arby answers in the least suspicious way possible by having sex with Ronald. So Arby and his mitt say, don't worry about it. Boom, sex. If I remember correctly. So
Was Jack involved in that one? Or no, it was just Ronald, Arby, and the
just Ronald, Arby, and the
I
mitt.
couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of a triple dipper situation. Not
Yeah.
to bring chili
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
Totally different genre of restaurants.
So nothing's going on except now something's going on. So let's.
So now we have a
Nothing to
love
see
triangle. Yeah, love triangle. Okay, there's just
Okay.
so we have a. Is it a quad? What do we got? What are we working with?
I don't know.
Does Arby and the Mitt have different expectations for this relationship? I'm really curious.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll see. Someone probably wants to take it fast casual. Someone wants to take it. They want to dine in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a drive through. Okay, let's find out. Let's see what goes on with Jack and Ronald, and if there'll be dessert at this late night happy ending.
Okay, let's do it.
Late. The night stretched low over the evening, giving way to grayish-black skies that drooped with clouds and light pollution. Do you think it's light pollution or just a little pollution?
I think a little. I think it's a little.
Right.
Pollution. Just a little.
Diet Coke, diet pollution.
The building was dark, most rooms in the establishment drained of life in the late hours. The top floor was no exception to this, aside from the fact that Jack Box himself sat in a dim, empty office slaving away at his computer. He glared at the empty Word document, which held him back from sleep, and a good glass of whiskey, as it stared back at him patronizingly. It had been hours of racking his brain, hoping to rename his bacon cheeseburger from the ever-succinct bacon cheeseburger to something more piquant.
I mean, I know an agency he could hire for this.
Yeah.
Who?
He's just like, he's so mad because Son of a Baconator is taken. He's like, it's the perfect name.
The perfect name.
Should we do a
I'll never.
Should we do a
top
30-second can they brand that?
Yeah. So it looks
Bacon.
like there's double bacon.
Double bacon. Dose. Bacon dose. Bacon.
We'll call it pig cow. Done.
That's appealing. I like that.
Oink oink moo. Oink oink moo. It is. Jack, hello.
There is not enough onomatopoetic branding these days.
Truly.
Sonic
Truly.
is over. It's all about onomatopoeias. The last time he found himself staying late to brainstorm names was back when he was a married man. Back in the days when Cricket would stay up late to greet him when he came home with open arms and loving eyes. Back when he still had a home to get to. Have you heard that guys will sometimes be like, oh, I've got a date with Jill tonight, and it's their hand
Yeah.
where the J-I-N-L-L.
J-I-L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that Jack's like J-A-C.
He's doing a lot of Jillin'.
He's Jillin'.
Yeah.
Instinctively, his eyes flicked to the photo frame he'd pushed to the corner of his desk. Him and Cricket on vacation during their second anniversary, bundled in snow gear and clinging to one another in the photo. Yeah.
This is very divorced man
Oof,
energy,
yeah.
by the way. Like remorseful. He probably had an affair, and then he's like, "Oh, it
Yeah.
wasn't as good as I thought I had it."
Didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
You know, the story is so beautiful. The whole series.
It captures human
It's just
truths.
got
It's
depth.
a real slice of life.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of bonus phrase.
Oh gosh, did you just throw
I
your wedding
did.
ring down, didn't you? You were like, Jack single.
Gotta get into character.
He's getting his tattoo removed.
Gotta get into character with my new tat.
This is what dreams are. Record scratch. I know what you're going to Vegas.
Here we go.
Hey,
We're
Jack.
back. I got
Wow.
the chains on. Him and Cricket on vacation during their second anniversary, bundled in snow gear and clinging to one another in the photo. He eyed himself jealously, looking at the arms wrapped around his shoulders, and felt nothing but want and regret. What a lucky man he'd been, having someone laying next to him every night. Dim images of soft mornings or dates at the movies flashed in his mind, and he had to fight to focus his eyes on the screen again. The blue light bore into his mind, daring him to let his thoughts wander. In quiet moments, he couldn't help but think of her, as if he wanted to fill the silence with someone, his mind trying to keep the pain of loneliness down to a dull ache rather than heartbreak. He folded his arms over his chest, only realizing that it was cold in the building. He reached for the suit jacket strewn over the back of his chair, holding it in his hands for a moment.
Instead of blankets, do you think it's just all sewn together suit jackets?
Or a little sandwich, or the wraps, the burger wraps.
Just
Wrappers?
Little burger wrappers.
It's wrapper.
Like,
Burger
you know,
wrappers
after,
aren't
like
as-
a foil blanket after a
Uh-huh.
marathon. That's just him, but it's just tinfoil.
A quilt of all the point. You know how it has all the burger names on it, depending on how it's folded.
He's just under a red lamp.
Yeah.
I was just picturing that, yeah, sizzling.
His gaze flicked to his phone, almost begging for it to ring. He wasn't sure just who he wished it would be. Ronald? Arby? Her? Oh my gosh. Jack let out a breath, shaking his head slightly. How stupid. He needed to get out of his head. Now is his chance to make up what work he'd skimped out on ages ago, so he couldn't afford to spend any more time daydreaming. Just as he placed his fingers on the keys, the phone, ironically, began to ring. He held the receiver up to where an ear on a normal person would be and hummed into it. Jack? Hey.
Ironically, indeed.
Hey, handsome. Ronald's voice cooed through the phone line. Hey, handsome. Ronald's voice cooed. Oh, hi. Like clockwork, he nearly replied the same as he had with Cricket. Ronald? You busy? I have some free time that I'd like to spend having fun and a mech-ass with your name on it. Fabric shuffled against each other in the background, with the clown apparently making himself comfortable. I'm working, trying to rename my bacon cheeseburger. Jack leaned.
Wait, his little polyester, like little windbreaker suit's making so much.
As his boner just fills it.
It's like the parachute at a gym.
Uh-huh. So might be. I'm working. I'm trying to rename my bacon cheeseburger, and oink oink moo isn't testing well.
It's trademarked.
Terrible news. Oink oink.
Against all odds.
Oink oink moo is trademarked. Back to the drawing board.
I mean, old McDonald, if anybody should like it, it's Ronald. He had a farm before this.
Oh,
Jack
boy.
leaned back in his seat, kicking his legs up beside his keyboard and crossing them as he did. He idly kicked a foot as he spoke into the phone. Why? You got a place for me to come to? I always have. I just prefer the ball pits and your comfy bed, he sighed wistfully. And at some point, Jack wondered if Ronald only wanted to fuck him to be able to lie down in his bed. It's a nice place in McDonald land. Rarely empty, though. Ronald pressed closer to the phone, voice now both hushed and practically sultry. Everyone's out visiting Grimace's family. I'll save you a spot in my bed if you'd like a break from work. My gosh.
Also, Danny, you are completely out of frame right now.
I'm back.
Poor Allie.
I'm back
Allie's
center.
just sitting there normally.
Danny. Danny.
I'm being sultry, and the only way I know to do that is half off frame. Okay, I'm back centered. Jack took a breath, trying to ignore the thrill that shot up his spine. I don't know, clown. My work is pretty important. He bit back the words he knew would hurt, not quite having the full force to say them. Even his current snark was a little more than an attempt to keep himself calm, to ignore his interest. He fidgeted with the phone, pushing it into the crook between his neck and shoulder, and holding his hands between his spheric head. Ronald said, I'll sweeten the pot. Guess what I'm wearing? Jack would have rolled his eyes if he could. Your jumpsuit?
So mean.
He left out the words fucking ugly from the statement. No, Ronald said, vanity peeking through his tone as his voice clicked every word in an emphatic enunciation. Lingerie. Sexy red lace.
You guys, I feel like he'd be like, it's French. And he's like, French fries? Or from France. It's just little.
Little sexy red hair netting on his legs. You're wearing what? Jack retracted his legs and placed them firmly on the floor, trying to ground himself after that monstrous rush of blood to his cock and away from his brain. He swallowed thickly, hooking his fingers around the high collar of his shirt, tugging it away from his neck. His face practically glowed with flush after the initial shock, so hard at the thought of Ronald wearing something better than that ugly jumpsuit that he was momentarily lightheaded. His mind refused to work for a moment, lagging like the old Windows computer in front of him before he nodded, forgetting that Ronald couldn't see him. Yeah, be over soon. He scrambled to slam the phone in the receiver, breath quickening. He hardly even remembered to turn off his computer as he left, clutching his car keys tightly. Yeah, you don't want anyone breaking into his big brain trust of double bacon burger cheese names.
Oink, oink, moo, oink, moo, oink, moo. Do we go a little bit more abstract? Farm. Like, do we start to pull up
Pink, brown, pink. I don't know.
1 + 1 + 1 equals burger. He only slowed as he approached Ronald's door, rapping his clenched knuckles on the wood. Was this not what happened last time? He had lived with the consequences of abandoning work for sex before, which was the very mistake he was trying to rectify tonight. Was he really such a simple man that a booty call could make him abandon the hard work of naming menu items? You know what they say?
That's how we feel.
Not me
this
and Allie.
is honestly how Lindsay and I feel.
New inputs give new
Every
outputs.
day we're like, do we...
Before we were married, it was like, is a booty call going to derail this brainstorm again?
Here we go. Sorry, Allie, can't work again. Too many male callers.
Too much fast food.
Sorry.
When Ronald opened the door, he realized that, yes, he was indeed a simple man. I'm picturing, because we don't know what form of red lace, but I'm picturing it's like full bodysuit of red lace.
Oh, for sure. And it probably has like maybe the clown balls on it too, like the puff balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slutty clown.
It should be made out of all clown noses. That's nice.
Sultry.
Ooh.
That's sexy.
Write that down for later. It's a business idea.
Oh no, it's jumpsuits.
Write down oink oink.
Boo.
While you're at it.
We're trying to get out of the branding business. We're trying to parlay this into a new
Merch.
spin-off.
We got merch.
You guys, also, I feel like it is, Danny, you brought up this fast food. You brought up Long John Silver's. Neither Long John nor Captain D are in this. So it's sort of rude to the fast food.
The pescatarians.
Community? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we got a fish fillet representing.
That's true.
It's really,
Hard times out there.
Doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Not Good Friday friendly, this story. His breath caught in his throat and his eyes fixed on Ronald's body, dolled up in lace adornments and gold bibelot. What's bibelot?
I don't see.
Hey, what's bibelot?
Hello?
Gold.
What is bibelot?
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 Bibelot. Well, it's
Bigelow?
nothing. It says
Juice Bigelow.
Bigelow tea. Yeah.
Dolled up with actually the outfit that Deuce Bigelow wore in his debut
Is gold bibelot.
Gosh.
Wow.
He was all dolled up in lace adornments and gold bibelot with similar colored
Gold
trim
bibelot.
wrapped neatly around his upper arms. That, however,
Let's just picture it like a lobster bib.
yeah,
That feels
Yes.
like fitting for
I
this.
love
Like,
that.
that's
Yeah.
just enough to cover his meaty. What did they say last time? Or those were Jack's?
it a-
meaty man tits.
Is it a bib? But it's actually like a gold mesh, like a chain.
Yes, I love that.
So
It
it's
is.
Yeah.
It is now.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's a statement necklace. That, however,
Our second business
Like a
idea.
bauble.
pops and bibelots.
Bibelo is not trademarked. So I'm gonna buy that domain.
Get Deuce Bibelow while you're at it. You said that earlier. Not gonna let anything slip by me this year.
Deuce bacon cheeseburger. That, however, was all Jack saw before Ronald tugged him inside, kicking the door shut as he dragged the man into his bedroom. Took you long enough, Ronald muttered, tugging Jack down by the tie to kiss him firmly. The buzz of their mouths against one another gave Jack pause to gather his thoughts, one hand slipping to Ronald's ass, which he delighted in knowing was framed by the same silky lace as the bralette. I think it is like a bralette bibelot.
I think so too. I actually have one of those, but it's like I've worn it under, like with like a black lace bra, a gold chain mesh bra almost over it.
Is it like a gold dickie?
Oversized. It's kind of.
You'll get it.
It's like a gold bra, but like, maybe like it's a
made out
dicky
of like
version
chain, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind
So
of,
maybe
yeah.
this is that without, or maybe it is that.
Hot.
Yeah.
Impatient already? I just got here, Jack mumbled, pulling away and giving Ronald a good, full once over. He lingered on Ronald's abdomen, on where the sheer fabric receded just under the pelvis to show an expansive skin, where the loopy trim curved beneath the swell of his stomach and formed hips. It was a similar situation on Ronald's chest, where the thin, sheer fabric stretched across his pecs and delicate straps bounded across him.
I'm gonna be honest, I cannot picture what this ensemble looks like.
No, because now I just pictured it like one of those like holster things that you wear over a shirt.
Yes.
He's
like a harness.
He's dressed up just in case he needs to be a Pride Go-Go dancer. He's like ready to go.
Yeah.
He is on a float and he is also on an ice cream float.
Or if he like needs to like attach to a parachute anytime soon, he's just like.
Ronald grinned, pleased with himself at Jack's flushed expression. Like what you see? Jack let out a.
Not really.
He's like, I'm not sure exactly what I'm seeing.
I think we need to hire you.
Let's remove it.
Is what I'm
We
gathering.
need to dim the lights.
Take it off. Jack let out a quiet snort, pulling the clown closer once more. Thank Domino's you're not wearing that jumpsuit. I didn't actually think you were capable of dressing up, pretty boy. Don't underestimate.
Wow, so Domino is a god in this tale. The deity is Domino. Interesting.
The highest power. Don't underestimate me, Jackbox. I still belong to the singular most popular fast food company in America, Ronald retorted, though his own cheeks flushed red at the words. Most popular, maybe, but certainly not the best. Jack took the clown by the hips, stepping backwards until Ronald was straddling his lap, his own side squished by gartered thighs.
You know the expression like grab the bull by the horns? Take the clown by the hips. Grab the clown by the hips is now 2020 sex's.
It's
idiom.
probably a little bit more PETA friendly.
Yeah.
To say that too. Yeah. PETA's like, we no longer say grab the bull by the horns, it's clown by the hips.
He released a shaky breath, followed by a grunt as Ronald shifted against him, beginning to cant their groins against one another in slow, methodical movements. His cock twitched in now two tight gray slacks, straining against fabric with such little give. Ronald steadied himself on the other man's shoulders, gloved fingers firm as his focus lied between his legs. Jack's words were almost instantly forgotten. He felt his chest brush against Jack's, the closeness intoxicating in a way that made him fraught his hips forward, seeking the sweet friction against his own strangled cock, which fought with pretty red lace for attention. Sweet and sour sauce. He was just about ready to fumble with Jack's belt when a command came through. Get on your hands and knees. The words were spoken breathlessly, and for a moment, silence stretched between them. Then, silently, trustfully, Ronald nodded, pushing himself off of Jack to get in position beside the man. He tried to ignore how his dick twitched, begging to be touched once more. A low whine built in his throat, and he fought to keep the realization that took an order from his rival from truly sobbering. No. And he fought... I'm sobbering everywhere. And he fought to keep the realization that he took an order from his rival from truly sobering. Good boy, Jack said, and Ronald caught his throat. Good boy, Jack said, and Ronald's breath caught in his throat. He heard the buckle of a belt clink before being discarded to the floor. He heard the muffined sound of fabric against skin.
The Egg McMuffin sound.
Cheese and
the click of a bottle of lube and a few pumps of Jack slicking himself up all sounded before he felt hands on himself once more. He tilted himself to aid in the removal of his thong, eager that it had done its job. Barely.
Ronald is wearing so many different pieces.
He's like,
to this outfit.
clink, clink,
He's got
clink.
a garter, a thong, a bibelot,
Not a bibelot.
Gloves.
parachute.
And then just huge clown shoes.
I love it. Honk. It's all like landing the floor. Clink, honk, meow.
He's trying to take his like lip thing off, and it's just like the flower is coming out.
Jack guided himself against Ronald's ass, pressing himself inside with a few rocks of his pelvis. He watched the clown beneath him bow his head slightly, shaking breath sounding as he worked his way in. Jack drew himself back swiftly before thrusting himself forward until skin met skin. His hands, warm and strong, held Ronald's pelvis while he rolled his hips. Ronald matched each thrust, keeping his hands firmly planted on the bed to keep himself stable, grinding himself back against the other man. Meat grinding. In turn, Jack adjusted himself, angling to hit Ronald's prostate and rub the hot tip of his cock against it. Ronald whimpered, faltering in his movements. Good boy. I like watching you flail, though, Jack said through a grin, which diverted much-needed blood from one head to the other and made Ronald's mind go blank. Ronald groaned, losing his train of thought with another sharp jerk of Jack's hips. His wrists strained as he tried to keep upright, not to lose himself in the attention of the man behind him. He almost managed to stabilize himself until one of Jack's hands slipped down to his dick and curled his fingers around it with the offer of a few tight tugs. Ronald felt himself ruin. He buried his face into a pillow and arched his back hard. He looked like he was about to snap, much like the growing climax inside him. The soft friction on his needy cock, paired with one pounding inside him, made him whine, drooling into his pillow slightly as he did. Head up, pretty boy. Jack slid a warm hand up the expanse of Ronald's back and neck to his head. His fingers found red tufts and threaded themselves through his hair gently, almost kindly.
I forget about his hair. It's red curly.
Through his red middle-aged mom curls.
Like fire truck red.
And all of his red lingerie. We need to give him a bit of a makeover.
Too much red on.
What do you see need to balance it? What's like counter?
Like
more
gold?
gold?
Yes. I don't know.
Obviously.
I mean, does he have to stay on brand?
More gold bibelots.
Oh yeah, blue's not in the brand colors.
No,
we got yellow.
He's got yellow and white
brown.
to work with.
I don't
Tough.
know.
I don't think those are his colors.
Yeah.
I think it's a choice.
He's more of a soft autumn.
You guys, why have we never really seen? Oh, maybe we have. Like, have we ever seen a clown nose that isn't red?
I'm sure somebody.
Has anyone ever? Yeah.
No,
I mean,
that's the way the species
Yeah.
is.
That's you can't
Yeah,
ask
there's
clowns
no-
why their noses are red.
That's not, don't
we
say
don't ask
that
them in 2020
on camera, Allie.
That's really.
That's
We'll just do this after.
we're gonna get absolutely.
What's
That's
the
great.
the insane clown posse is gonna
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
true.
I guess it's
come
black.
for you?
I have black
Yeah, but they're
noses.
insane. So
Oh,
Duh.
yeah. That's what happens when there's a genetic mutation as a
Ah,
clown.
that's what you.
Le-da.
He went insane. His nose is black.
Hold on. This posse is insane. That's what all the clowns kicked him out of the
Were
car.
they? Do you think they all tried out to be Ronald and then
It's all the Ronald rejects or the
scorned.
insane clown posse.
Yeah, Ronald rejects?
Brutal.
Is Ronald the most famous clown that we know?
Gotta be.
Most famous one I know.
Because I think
Yeah.
Bozo's only Chicago, right?
Yeah, it's a big bozo. Yeah, we're big
And
bozo
what's
stands over
what's
here.
what's the scary clown's name?
Oh,
in
Pennywise.
Yeah. There's a few, but I think Ronald's number one globally
Yeah.
Okay.
on the global clown charts. Okay.
Glad we got that covered, you guys.
His fingers found red tufts and thread themselves through his hair gently, almost kindly. Then he tugged, lifting Ronald's head from where it lay. I want to hear you. Hello, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you?
Go ahead to the second
Go there. Oh yeah, feels so good.
$4.15. If you have a rewards card,
Order 69. Order 69.
Harder. The word sent a jolt of warmth to Ronald's groin, fueling the leaden heat building in his abdomen. He leaned forward slightly, raising his hips as best as he could for Jack to deepen the angle. His gaze blurred, and he wasn't sure if he could help or simply didn't want to hold back his sounds. A shaky groan, which quivered like his weakening thighs, escaped his red lips. Jack was utterly pleased with himself, leaning down over the other man to bring himself closer to his ear. His voice lowered, and when he spoke with an unmistakable grin in his tone. Good boy. Do you like it when I call you that? He gave a short squeeze to Ronald's dick, which made the clown whimper. Feels like you do. Jack, Ronald interrupted himself with a moan as Jack swiped a thumb over his tip, hand-coated in brie-cum. I'm close. Jack parted his legs slightly in order to place Ronald's haunches between his bare torso pressed against the other man's as heat from the contact spurred him on. He angled his hips to pound and grind against Ronald's prostate. Yeah? Go on, sweetheart. Ronald keened, squeezing his eyes closed as the overload of sensation caused that building pressure inside him to snap. His drooling cock emptied, Jack's hand stroking him through it. His hips stuttered as he rode through his orgasm, making pathetical sounds along the way. Jack rocked his hips into the other man with a fervor that meant his own orgasm was close. Feeling Ronald clench around him as he fucked him made his own cock beg for release, and he let out a low groan as he came inside the other man. After thoroughly fucking the man senseless, he pulled out, collapsing on his back beside the other man. In the corner of his eye, he saw Ronald slump down, exhaustedly burying his face into the bedding. Just flat, a deflated
like
clown balloon.
Just a crab in a net, just like kind of out of all this stuff.
Jack let himself.
Prisoner of his own.
He's like, I loved it. I loved it.
Throw me out.
I'm loving it. Catch of the day.
Jack let himself breathe for a moment, chest heaving. His thoughts faded back into his mind, and he decided that, yeah, this was indeed worth it. He pushed himself to his feet, grabbed and put on his previously discarded pants and suspenders, and headed towards his shoes before pausing. Was he really going to leave again? He looked back at Ronald, who was still an unmoving mess on the bed, and sighed. Ronald was used to him walking out, expecting it, even. So it came as a surprise when the man returned to his bed and sat awkwardly on the side of it and began wiping up with a towel he grabbed from the hall closet. He lifted his head to stare at Jack, confused, but found that the other man didn't meet his eyes.
How did I get in this net?
This is like when me and Marco come home from a drunken night and there's just ketchup,
You're like,
secret sauce, sweet and sour sauce everywhere. Like, what happened last night?
And he's like, I have been in this.
You guys know this is another human truth. Sauce everywhere.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're a mess. Barely a hot one, Jack scoffed, though his words didn't have much of an edge to them. You're really going to need a shower after this. You do shower, right?
He's like, no, I just take handy wipes. It's one little square at a time.
Pulling the napkins out of the dispenser.
You
He wiped it down with a towel, and it was just 100 brown napkins.
Yikes. Ronald rolled his eyes, but nodded. His mind paused on something that he'd clocked a few moments ago, but didn't have the sense to comment on. You called me sweetheart. Jack froze. He hadn't called anyone that since her. Oh! Perhaps it was... Oh, that's love. Perhaps it was a force of habit.
Do you guys think Jack cheated on Cricket with the Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
Schrodinger's affair. Why not?
There's a scandal here that we have not even tapped into.
Yeah, the prequel.
I want all the offshoots. I want all the side stories. I want to hear the whole world.
You guys know in the beginning of like books that create a whole like world, there's like a map and a family tree and stuff. I want that for this.
There's like the Keeblers are over there, and then
Tony the Tiger lives in
there's like in different lands.
Yeah. Allie.
No, I was just saying when I first started watching Game of Thrones, I used to keep a map pulled up of all the families. That's how I feel.
Are you watching the new one?
I haven't. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay.
Was it?
I
good?
haven't watched it either. We have to.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps it was force of habit. Maybe it's instinct. The entire situation did feel vaguely familiar, but deep down he knew it was just instinct that made him use a pet name, though he couldn't actually place why. Right. Ronald's not dumb enough to mention it again, even if Jack... Ronald wasn't dumb enough to mention it again, even if Jack kept calling him that. Ronald wasn't dumb enough to mention it again, even if Jack calling him that thrilled him. Thanks to this, he gestured to where Jack cleaned him with a towel quickly being soaked in cum. Are you going to stay the night? No, I have to sleep. Jack frowned at the slick on his fingers, which he wiped on the rag as he dried Ronald's thighs.
Ugh.
You
Finger licking good.
You really did call me when I was in the middle of working, actually. He made a face. This late at night? I'm trying to rename a burger of mine.
Yeah.
Can't let anything be subpar Jack in the Box.
I got burger on the brain.
It's drive-through only. We're open
It's an
late.
emergency. Ronald wasn't sure whether that was a jab at him or just a stating of Jack's own personal motto, but he nodded. He both loved and hated that man's work ethic, but at the bottom line, it was what made him such a good competitor to McDonald's in the first place. Jack finished mopping up. He keeps cleaning. He's like wiping, and now he's mopping. Now he's going to hose down.
He's got a whole checklist.
He's going to be using
He's gonna turn up the dryer
a
race.
window squeegee on his abs,
Oh.
Jack finished mopping up whatever he could, moving to throw the towel in the laundry bin. Besides, won't your friends be back tomorrow? He tried to keep the disgust from his voice. No, I still have a couple days. Birdie finds every way to maximize a vacation, and Hamburglar is probably up to some mischief when it comes to their flight home.
Oh,
It's hard.
who's laughing now? Trying to get out of
Hamburglar.
Hamburger. Gurgler.
Dirty nerd hamburger.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sunday comes back tomorrow, though. Sunday? Jack looked at him quizzically, adjusting his tie. My dog. He's the cutest little guy you'd ever seen, I promise you. Sure, he's a little bit of a downer, but he's a clown's best friend. Say, don't you have a dog too? Jack nodded, thinking fondly of his own dog. Yeah, Max. Golden retriever with a golden heart. He was mostly Junior's dog. He's mostly Junior's dog now, especially because Junior doesn't spend much time here nowadays. The room got quiet for a moment, and Ronald muttered something awkwardly about being sorry. He asked, It's fine. Just cricket took a lot from me. He looked at Ronald with a pause, trying to think of something sassy what he'd say to ease the silence, which felt more vulnerable than he was used to. Nothing came to mind. Thanks for this, Jack, Ronald muttered, earnest. He pushed himself up on his side, head propped up by one of his hands. What are you thanking me for? It's just sex. Jack knelt to put his shoes on. Right, Ronald said, before sighing and taking on a flirtier tone. Next time we meet, I'll have to punish you for leaving me. Perhaps I'll even leash you so you don't run away. He's like, I just told you I was missing my dog. So
Yeah, like, this is weird.
that's not as much of a threat as you'd think, he said, heading to the door with a flash of a smile, clearly pleased with the idea. Ronald pushed himself onto his unsteady legs, following him. Jack stepped outside, taking a deep breath before turning around. Good night, Ronald. Ronald bit his lip, every part of him begging not to bid Jack goodbye, but to take him in his arms and kiss him and assure him that he was far better than some stupid ex-wife. But he didn't. Good night, Jack. Then Jack left, and Ronald underwent the task of dragging himself back to his bed on weary legs that shook with each step. He collapsed onto the sheets with a groan. He was wiped. The past few meetings, he'd turned more into Jack's words than to anything relevant. He'd thought of Jack during lonely nights at home, and each time his heart fluttered. Still, those he could brush off. But tonight, when Jack called him a pretty boy, and he listened to the man unwaveringly, it added the finishing touches to a realization that had burned in the back of his brain since the very first time he had sex with his rival. He liked Jack fucking Box. As easy as it would be to deny it, it was becoming obvious that he was developing a big fat crush on Jack. Now, the only thing he could hope to do was make sure no one realized that. The end.
Okay, we need more.
We need more.
Oh my god.
Who's
We
going to
can't
find
end
out?
like
Who is going to find out?
When's the last time an episode was posted?
Absolutely.
August of 2025. Holy.
Absolutely insane.
Holy crap. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
Should we sing?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
let's sing. Daddy, hit that note.
When the story ends, check your underpants. Is it wrapped up in lace or not?
You guys, when it said he was walking back Like after at the door, I pictured him like a shipwreck, like a shipwreck person, just like dragging
Like
things,
Flotsam and
you're hearing
Jetsam.
things rattling,
Yeah.
just like going back. What do you guys think?
I think that there's some. Well, I definitely feel like it's brewing a little bit more on Ronald's end, but I do feel like Jack is having budding feelings, but he really is still pretty caught up and hung up on his ex. Maybe feeling
He's
a
got to
little remorse,
cut
so-
it out. He's got to move on.
Yeah. Crick, cut it out. Like Dave Coulier.
Yeah.
Isn't that what, didn't he used to do that?
Perfect.
It was steamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so clown nose, 2 honks and
Yeah.
2 honks up.
I love the premium
Thumbs
wrapping.
up.
The premium wrapping on Ronald. I feel like, he wasn't just wearing tighty whities, head to toe, lace and bibelot.
Below.
How bibelot can you go? Yeah, I feel like I think Jack likes him.
Mm-hmm.
He like wanted him to call, was excited for him to call. I think he's just torn. I think he has a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to figure it out.
Well,
Ugh,
Tune
but,
in.
that's a love story.
Danny, what about you?
I thought it was great. I thought the sex was hot. I thought, pushing and pulling and throwing and tossing and clothes everywhere. And yeah, I hope Jack can get over this family thing and finally run away to Palm Springs with Ronald and live happily ever
Different
after.
Franchise. Yeah.
So
Yeah, they need to find a franchise they can open together.
very steamy.
Wow, you guys.
Well,
this is great. I'm glad we
what
came
a
back
ride.
to finish this. Yeah.
Stay tuned. We will announce what's coming next. But we're just, it's 2026. More sex to come.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Happy meal. Happy life.
Happy ending.
Happy ending. That's what we always say.
Bringing out the
That's
sex,
what we always
the mixed
say.
sex toys.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
For an extra dose of bonkers entertainment, join our Patreon where you can access hundreds of hours of unreleased content and bonus episodes featuring your favorite fandoms, plus the ones we'd never dare to read on the pod. Head to patreon.com/Fangasm to get in on the action.
For a regular hookup, make sure to subscribe to the show everywhere you listen. And if we've left you satisfied, leave a 5-star review or higher.
For updates, merch, or to submit a story, visit fangasmpodcast.com. And thanks to thousands of other listeners, the fun never sleeps over on our private Facebook group, The Fanny Pack. Click the link in the show notes to join. Once you're in, check out the 20-plus listener-led groups that cover everything from pets to pot to pen pals.